and will be starting with human heart. Will be starting with human heart. So let us discuss few points regarding human shape. And if you come to the size, it says that it is the size of our fist. So it is the size of our fist. Then if you say the location, it is located in media sternum. Media sternum or mediastinum. Okay, mediastinum is the center part of thoracic cavity, that is the chest cavity. So that it is called as mediastinum. Okay, if I draw the physical or morphological heart, it will be triangular and it will be slightly bent towards the left side. It will be slightly bent towards the left side. Now we are talking about the morphological heart, means outer structure of heart. From outer side we will be seeing the two depressions. We will be seeing the two depressions. The first depression is coronary sulcus and the second depression is interventricular sulcus. Interventricular sulcus. Okay, so there are two depressions we are seeing, and if you say the part, this would become the base and this would become the apex part. Okay, so this would become the uppermost part, it will become the base, and the lowermost it will become the apex. Now, in males, there is a slight difference in the weight of the heart. So first in the males, it would be from 280 to 340 grams, and in females, it would be 230 to 280 grams. Again, we have to use the word approximately. So approximately in males it would be 280 to 340, and in females it is 330 to 280 grams. 280 grams. Okay. Now coming to the walls of the heart, we have to discuss, as it is an internal organ, it should be covered with the walls. So let us see about the walls of a heart. Okay, so if I draw the structure of heart, this would be the endothelium, that is the innermost one. Then this would be the middle one, and these are the visceral and the parietal layer. These two together is called as the serous layer or serous pericardium. Serous pericardium. So let me write the near. We'll be writing from the outside to inside. The outermost is the epicardium. The middle one is myocardium. And the innermost is the endocardium. So this one would be the endocardium, and it is made up of simple squamous epithelium. Again, whenever we are discussing about the layers, then we must be particular about the type of tissue or the type of cell it's made up of. So this is made up of a simple squamous epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium. Okay. Now the middle one is the myocardium, and it is the thickest one. Again the question would be asked, among the walls of the heart, which one would be the thickest layer? So myocardium is the thickest layer, as it is made up of muscles, that is the cardiac muscles. So these are the cardiac muscles, and this it is called as myocardium. Now next to that is the last. We have drawn from the inner side to outer, from the inner wall to outer wall. So innermost would be the endocardium, middle one would be the myocardium, and the last one is the epicardium. If I write here, this would be the outer one, this would be the middle one, and this is the innermost one, innermost layer. So this is the outer layer. Now it is divided into two sub layers. First is serous pericardium and fibrous pericardium. Okay, serous already we have drawn. Serous, it is again sub layers. It is divided into sub layers, visceral and parietal. So both together is called as serous pericardium. Okay, and the last to this is fibrous pericardium. Last to this is fibrous pericardium. Okay, as name itself it is telling, it is made up of fibers or fibrous. Now we will say that in the heart fluid will be present. Where that fluid? What is the name of that fluid? That fluid name is pericardial fluid, and name it is telling pericardial. Where it should be present? It is present in the parietal layer of serous pericardium. It is present in the parietal layer of serous pericardium. So this is pericardial fluid. This is called as pericardial fluid, and the function of this pericardial fluid is it acts as lubricant. It acts as lubricant, and it also protects our heart from small jerks. Protects heart from jerks, some small jerks, because it is protection. It doesn't mean that somebody is bringing the knife and somebody is cutting. At that time it won't protect. It's just going to protect from small jerks or small incidents. Okay, so morphologically we have discussed the structure of heart and the layers of heart. Okay, so we have to start with the internal structure of heart.
Yeah, sure. Continue.
Okay, now we'll be discussing about the internal structure of heart.
You can write on that board also.
No problem. So here I'll be starting with internal structure of heart. Internal structure of heart. Okay, if we see the internal structure, again it is of triangular in shape, and it is slightly bent towards the left side. Okay, if we say the symmetry, we say that symmetry it is if a organism is cutting into two halves and each half is getting equal parts. In the case of heart, it will be not like that, because apex part it is quietly towards the left side. So in this heart region, we cannot say that it shows symmetry. It shows symmetry. Now let us start with the chambers of heart. Chambers of heart and okay. So let us start with the thing. Now this would be, these are the atrium, or these are also called as auricles. This is the left atrium and the right atrium. Let me write in a short way. And this would be the left ventricle and this would be the right ventricle. Okay. So here we will be having the valves. In between the auricles and the ventricle, we will be having the valves. The valve which is present in the right auricle, between the right auricle and ventricle, it is called as, or it is tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve, as it is having three cusp-like structure. As it is having three cusp-like structure, that is why it is tricuspid. And the valve which is present between the left auricle and the ventricle, it is bicuspid. Bicuspid valve. Okay, and the name it is telling, it is having two cusp-like structures. Now we will be discussing about the blood vessels. We will be discussing in detail about the blood vessel, the structure of blood vessel in our further classes. But the arrangement we will see. Now these are the caval veins, and here also this is superior vena cava and this is inferior vena cava. Okay, now here one more it will be there, that is the coronary with the vein which brings the blood from the walls of the heart, that is the coronary vein. And it have, okay, let me tell you about the superior and inferior vena cava. As the veins, they bring the impure blood from the different parts of the body to the heart. So superior vena cava is the vein which brings the blood from the head and the neck region. Okay, and the inferior vena cava brings the blood from the limbs and the abdominal region. Okay, now we have the valves here in the veins. Here the valves is there, the valves are there in the superior vena cava and in the coronary vein also. So this valve is called as valve of Eustachian. Eustachian or Eustachian. And this valve is the valve, it is called as valve of Thebaceous. Valve of Eustachius and the valve of Thebaceous. Okay. So these are the veins, and there is no valve in the superior vena cava.